Mirchi FM is #1 in Singapore.
I love Mirchi FM, it's so hot.
Deke me lala, kai me hi. Tangi tau me.
Mirchi FM is hot.
Here at Rugby Town, Singatoka love listening to Mirchi FM. Mirchi FM, it's hot.
Mirchi FM is #1 in Suva.
It's hot.
Mirchi FM, bon julum.
Mirchi FM, it's hot.
In this bulletin, consumers to fork out less, substantial overnight drop in fuel and gas prices. Fiji backflips, says yes to interim economic partnership agreement with European Union. And remote villages receive Prime Minister in first ever visit by head of government. Good evening, I'm Jackie Spate and this is FBC News. The new price of fuel that has come into effect from last night will be used around the country. The price of 12 kg gas has seen the biggest drop of $3.95. Shireen Lata has the details.
The price of motor spirit has dropped from $2.63 to $2.60, a 3 cents decrease. Premix has gone down 2 cents from $2.55 to $2.53. Kerosene decreased by 5 cents from $1.87 to $1.82, and diesel price dropped by 4 cents from $2.35 to $2.30. There is also a fall in LPG prices. A 4.5 kilogram cylinder is reduced by $1.49 from $18.35 to $16.86, a fall of more than 8%. The price of a 12 kg cylinder has gone down by $3.95 from $48.92 to $44.97. Bulk LPG falls by 26 cents from $3.28 to $3.02, and auto gas by 18 cents from $2.29 to $2.11.
Due to the reduction of fuel prices, we are, able to meet other things due to our cost of living is very high. Now we can afford to meet other things.
Good for the motorists and taxi drivers also. And maybe the price maybe came down. Why was maybe the competition? You can see the competition between all major fuel dealers.
Good with people having cars, some savings for the people, saving something.
I think it's better for us, for taxi business. At least we're getting some cheaper.
It's good for all the drivers and motor vehicle people. It's really good that the price has gone down.
The prices are based on the latest quarterly review by the Commerce Commission based on exchange rate and market fluctuations. Prices will vary from outside Suva and Lautoka City and Lemi Town. Shireen Lata, FBC News.
Fiji has announced that it is taking steps to ratify the Interim Economic Partnership Agreement, or EPA, with the European Union before the October deadline. Minister for Industry and Trade Ayaz Said Qayyum says this is a necessary measure to ensure we continue to get preferential market access for our exports. This is a significant development in the long-standing EPA negotiations, which are yet to be agreed on over the last 10 years. Said Qayyum says the government has approved ratifying the interim EPA, although Fiji is continuing the push for a comprehensive EPA for the region. The European Union had given Fiji a deadline of mid-May to show that it was taking steps to ratify the interim EPA. Fiji would have to pay hefty import duty on exports if the interim EPA is not ratified by October, and this would have a significant impact on the sugar industry. The Fiji Court of Appeal has dismissed Fiji Labour Party leader Mahendra Chaudhry's appeal for a stay of his sentence. However, Appeals Court President Justice William Kalanchini has agreed to an urgent hearing on the legal appeal of conviction. Chaudhry's lawyer Anand Singh said the application for appeal is based on his client's intention to contest the September 17th election. Justice Kalanchini has set Monday as the date for mention, where hearing date will be confirmed. The nomination period for candidates begins on August 4th and closes 2 weeks later. The Prime Minister Vorengem Bainimarama, along with other government officials, paid a visit to the village of Masi in Serua. They were received with more than 100 villagers who were all excited to meet the head of government. Akosita Tale was in Serua and files this report.
Masi village is a 2-hour drive inland from Ngaloa in Serua. However, the dusty gravel road ends at Masi village. And from here, a 10-minute boat ride will take you to Masi. This was the first visit by any head of government to the village, which has 18 families and around 72 villages.
Very happy and glad that he's taken out his time to visit us and get the chance to witness the difficulties we face in the rural areas. Today is a special day. Ever since I was born till now, this is the first time I've seen a head of government visit us to hear our plight.
The people of Masi, Nuku, Naimasimasi, Waimbongi, Wainandiro and Sambata in the district of Nuku have been assured that as long as the Bainimarama government is in power, the Great Council of Chiefs will not be reinstated. The villagers were reminded to be wary of political parties and choose the right one come the September 17 elections.
If you can see the political parties have started to form coalition, be careful of that type of coalition, because that coalition destroyed the previous government, because the two parties fight for different beliefs. They only come together to form a government, get paid and say something in parliament.
More than 696 villages live in the district of Nuku. All the 6 villages depend on the generator for their power supply, and their means of transportation is either by road or by boat. The villagers also got an opportunity to raise their concerns and problems with Bainimarama, which he says will be looked into. Akosita Tale, FBC News.
Prime Minister Vorengem Bainimarama held talks today with the recently accredited Israeli ambassador to Fiji, Shmuel Ben Shmuel. This is Ben Shmuel's first courtesy call to the Fijian head of government after he presented his credentials as Israel's non-resident envoy to Fiji. They spoke on various issues ranging from areas of cooperation, including Fiji's invitation to Israel to send observers for the September 17th general election. Earlier on, Ben Shmuel informed Attorney General and Minister responsible for elections Said Qayyum that they were in the process of finalizing the details of sending observers to the elections. Coming up after the break, back to the roots. Fijians with ancestry links to India can now trace back their family lines.
Gold FM is #1 here in Sigatoka.
Gold FM is our favorite radio station here in Waltoka.
Gold FM is #1 in Nel.
I love listening to Gold FM in Ba.
We love listening to Gold FM, only the classic hits here in Suva.
Hear about Fatou Kola, you immediately think of gold. I'm Josephine Sabi and I love hearing Gold FM.
Gold FM, only the classic hits.
Welcome back. This is FBC News. A research report on the key concerns of the sex worker community in Fiji was launched in Suva this morning. It's titled Integrated Behavioral and Biological Survey and Size Estimation of Sex Workers in Fiji, HIV Prevention Report, and is being launched 1 week ahead of the International AIDS Convention in Melbourne, Australia. Critical recommendations from the research include effective and efficient community engagement in HIV programs, accessibility and friendly HIV care and treatment, access to legal literacy and legal aid services for sex workers and transgender people, police and sex worker cooperation, and reconciling the HIV/AIDS decree with other laws to enable Fijians to realize their roles in this cause.
Let us courageously tackle these barriers and together realize the recommendations of the research that we are launching today, so that we can all proudly declare the ending of AIDS by 2030 in this beautiful country of ours.
The report is a collaborative effort between Survival Advocacy Network in Fiji, the Ministry of Health, the Fiji National University and the UNAIDS Pacific Office. The French embassy will be putting up an exhibition in honor of Fiji's hero Ratu Sir Lalasukuna, who fought in the French army during the Second World War. Rashika Kumar reports.
Fiji and France have shared a rosy relationship over the years and continue to do so. At the French National Day celebrations in Suva last night, French ambassador to Fiji, Gilles Montagnier, announced that Fiji is not being left out of their anniversary plans. The French embassy will, towards the end of the year, devote an exhibition at the Fiji Museum to the late Ratu Sir Lalasukuna for his service under the French uniform.
This exhibition will target all kinds of public, but especially the youth, because we have to remind them and all those who forgot what monstrosity was this war in particular, and what courage it took to participate voluntarily as Ratu Sukuna did.
The French ambassador acknowledged the Fijian government's progress towards September elections, the participation of Fijian troops in peacekeeping, and the good political relationship between the two countries. He also took the opportunity to request Fiji to sign the UNESCO Convention on Cultural Diversity, which protects and promotes language and culture. The Fijian President Ratu Ipeli Nailatikau, Tongan Princess Lupe Paututia, and French-based rugby players Akapusi Ngera and Sisa Koemaimbole were part of the celebrations. Rashika Kumar, FBC News.
The Fiji First Party says the national debt is lower than it was previously under any other government. Party President Dr. Chico Luveni was speaking at a party rally in the Loisuva outside the capital last night. Dr. Luveni told voters the current government has kept the debt levels manageable. She also says since 2010, tourist arrivals and investments have been increasing significantly.
I can say that the current debt incurred by this government is much lower compared to past governments. You can see on this leaflet, this red-marked column, the debt that was incurred by the previous governments and the effort made by the current government to reduce it. You can see this has reduced, and this is due to the money that the government has gained through taxes.
Dr. Luveni says the current government is trying to see that money pouring into Fiji trickles down to the people. Fijians whose ancestors are from India now have a chance to be able to go back to their roots. Rashika Kumar has the details.
I also want to go to the place where my ancestors came from. I want to meet and talk to them.
Ritesh Narayan is not the only one. There are many like him who are now excited to know their lineage and look forward to connecting to their roots in India. The state government of Uttar Pradesh in India will soon launch a website to address this issue. UP State Minister Madhukar Jeti says that the website will help people gather information about their ancestral background. Jaitley, who was in New Zealand attending the India-New Zealand Business Council meeting, made the comments to New Zealand-based Radio Tarana.
Everybody will be having an opportunity to get a card printed in their own home through the computer, through the website, in which they will be able to collect and reconnect, and they will be able to join in the movement where they can go back to their roots and do something and discover where they came from.
The UP Non-Indian Resident, also known as the NRI Department, will launch the website where interested people will have to provide full information about themselves to register. There are still many Fijians who have links to India and want to know about their roots.
If I get a chance, I can go to UP. What the government is doing, it's okay, not bad. We can go and look for our families. We can go and see the way those people live out there. It's a good opportunity for us, gang.
If I have any families in UP, I'm going to meet them.
According to the 2007 census, there are 313,798 Fijians in the country who have an Indian ancestry, which translates to 37.5% of the entire population. This is a good move by the UP government, and this may also bring UP closer to Fiji. Rashika Kumar, FBC News.
We turn to sports now, and Jamie, what do you have for us?
Well, Jackie, coming up, the inaugural Suva Marathon is taking shape, and organizers hope to make it an annual attraction for Suva. Also after the break, French top 14 rugby club, the Start Academy in Fiji. Details coming up.
Ito singa ta kuno tali ta na barong na radio Fijuan na station yal mutua.
Ako na poro ko na tali ta. Mandaw tali ta ini na barong radio Fijuan
Kitongo isu untuk talita kana barong na Radio Fiji 1, station mutua.
Keto talita ka na Radio Fiji 1. Na Radio Fiji 1, ento talita kita nga Sitoka.
Station ni Machino Pinatia na Radio Fiji 1. Kukuha Beyanyan.
Na Radio Fiji 1 nandumoi bitin bonga ni BNN.
Welcome back to FBC Sports. French top 14 rugby club Brive will install a rugby academy at Ratunavula College later in the year. The announcement was made after the club secured the go-ahead from government, which now paves a new pathway for aspiring ruggers to professional rugby in France. Tsalenda Dakadaka has more.
Brive Rugby Club currently has 4 Fijians playing in its ranks: Sisako Mbole, Domenico Wanganimborotu, Malakai Randikintike and National Sevens rep Benito Masilevu. And now the club wants to open up the door for more local players with the setup of a rugby academy at Ratunavula College.
Our project is to, like you say, to develop and create an academy, rugby academy in Ratunavula. But we want to have and build some educated rugby player.
The academy will also try to build the players for when their rugby careers come to an end.
So it's why Alliance Française will help us to develop the French language, like that when the guys would choose to come in France in our academy in Brive, they will be able to further their studies and go to university.
This academy will be a stepping stone to securing a professional rugby career in France.
And the main purpose of this academy, as Nicholas already mentioned before, we are not here only to build better rugby players, but we are thinking of their future also.
The Ratunavula Academy is set to be opened in November, with the first intake of students scheduled for February 2015. Talendo Dakadak, FBC Sports.
Organizers of the inaugural Suva Marathon intend on using the event to showcase the capital city's beauty and diversity. They hope the race will become an iconic event that not only highlights the importance of physical activity, but also an attraction for overseas runners. Tsale Ndawdakadaka has more.
The Suva Marathon is expected to draw a large turnout of local and overseas runners. Apart from actual race, marquee tents and live bands will be set up at Albert Park and cheering squads along the Necessa seawall to complement the athletes.
We wanted to promote health and well-being and a physical, active lifestyle. We wanted to give Fijian athletes a platform to perform, somewhere an event that they can look forward to throughout the year. We wanted to get runners from abroad over to Fiji so that they can see our beautiful capital, and we want to show off Suva to the world.
The marathon will feature a 42-kilometer race, a 21-kilometer race and a team marathon. This is a step up from the annual Olympic Fun Day race, which only covers 8 kilometers.
Day Run's a fantastic event. Just last month we had hundreds of people turn out here in Suva and Nandi for it. This is a slightly longer distance, and so it will push people that little bit further in their physical activity.
Organizers have secured the services of local authorities to ensure the event runs smoothly.
So far we've got support from the US Embassy, who have offered to provide funding for the event. We've got Fulton Hogan Highways, who are offering to do the traffic management on the day of the event, and Suva City Council generally, who have supported with the entire event and allowing us to use the Albert Park as one of the venues.
Suva City will be a hype of activity come the 4th of October as runners of all types converge in the capital city for a day of fun. Talendo Dakadak, FBC Sports.
The Korean men's cricket side secured its second victory on its tour of the country after defeating the Fiji board selection by 5 wickets. The hosts batted first and registered good performances from young openers Metuiselam Beitaki with 30 runs and Makutu Seru with 27 runs. Cho Sang-hoon opened the batting with a bang for Korea, easily top scoring for the match with 44 runs, and from there the tourists never looked back. In the end, Korea reached the target in 16.3 overs for the loss of just 5 wickets, securing themselves a 5-wicket win. Korea's tour of Fiji will continue tomorrow at Albert Park when they take on a representative side of the Suva Cricket Association at 1 p.m. That was your sports for tonight. It's back to Jackie now with business.
The Nasinu Town Council is gearing up for the Pacific Energy Nasinu on Sale trade event next week. This after the Fiji Broadcasting Corporation has come on board to sponsor the event. Josephina Vula reports.
The event is aimed at providing an opportunity for commercial entities to showcase or trade their products. Signing the sponsorship, FBC's Chief Financial Officer Vimlesh Sagar says the initiative is to engage Nasinu in more events.
We have seen that Nasinu has been isolated, and this is a good branding for us. And at the same time, good branding for Nasinu Town Council to partner up with us. And we hope that there will be other events in future that we look forward to partner up with you. And we wish the success for the event.
Residents of Vale Levu in Nasinu and nearby areas will have the opportunity to enjoy the fun-filled atmosphere with the inclusion of entertainment and rides. Nasinu Town Council Manager Finance, Asita Nawani, says they are thankful for the support shown by FBC.
We are very grateful that FBC had agreed to come in as our media partner, official media partner, and we have given exclusivity of the media team to FBC, and we're thankful to FBC for engaging Nasinu Town Council trade events.
The 4-day event will be held from the 23rd of this month and will also include the display from the National Fire Authority, Fiji Police Force Canine Unit, and brass band and other entertainment groups. The event will be held at the Vale Levu grounds. Josephine Novula, FBC News.
Let's look at today's conditions with Trish.
Thanks, Jackie. Well, now with today's conditions, Suva and Lambasa had fine weather in the morning, but with occasional showers later in the day. Nadi Loto combined Savu with cloudy skies and occasional showers all throughout the day. With temperatures, Suva on 27, Nadi Lotoka 26, Ba 27, again Lambasa 32, and Savu with 27. Now with tomorrow's forecast, Suva with fine weather in the morning, but later in the day, scattered showers. Savu with fine weather and occasional showers all throughout the day. Nadi Lotoka and Ba with fine weather and occasional showers and also cloudy skies all day long. Lambasa, the only center with fine weather all day. For Mariners, southwesterly winds 15 to 20 knots and moderate to rough seas. Image of the day was taken this afternoon at My Suva Park in Nasese. If you have pictures that you would love to share with us, well, send them in to citizenseyes@fbc.com.fj.
Thanks so much for that, Trish. Recapping the headlines, consumers to fork out less, substantial overnight drop in fuel and gas prices. Fiji backflip says yes to interim economic partnership agreement with European Union, and remote villages receive Prime Minister in first ever visit by head of government. Now, as mentioned yesterday, replacing our poll question is a segment on you, the ordinary Fijians, and your views relating to the upcoming general elections. We will ask one pertinent question every week and will give you, the public, the biggest media platform in Fiji to air your views. The question this week is, what are the issues that will decide the elections for you? This is what some Fijians had to say today.
Poor people go poor day by day and richer people go richer day by day. That's the main problem of this country.
Minimum pay wage is too little.
There's a little more things to develop, like the hospitals, police stations, and most importantly, the roads.
Living at the moment, we're facing the most problem at this stage of election.
Developments for the younger generation these days, because most of them are just on their own.
If you see our FBC News crew around, be sure to stop them and give your views. We'll have a new question each week. Meanwhile, you can send us newsworthy pictures and videos on email citizenseyes@fbc.com.fj or share it with us via Facebook page FBC News. And if you're on Twitter, follow and tweet us your news tips at FBC News or simply hashtag FBC News. That's all from us tonight. Good evening.
Mirchi FM is #1 in Singapore.
I love Mirchi FM, it's so hot.
Deke me lal, khaye me high. Tangi tauwa me Mirchi FM is hot.
Here at Rugby Town, Singapore, love listening to Mirchi FM. Mirchi FM, it's hot.
Mirchi FM is #1 in Suva.
It's hot.
Mirchi FM, bon julum.
Mirchi FM, it's hot.